What has the discussion been like after that Utah game from an offensive line perspective?
Right.
How do you feel, and what have you been talking about?
Well, obviously losing in the fashion we did, not having a very successful first half, not really a successful game at all. The offense starts with the O line, so we definitely had to do some self-reflecting and, go back to work this week. So.
Utah's probably one of the better defenses y'all face all season. What did you guys kind of learn about yourselves over the weekend?
We learned that we still have a lot of work to do. We had an unsuccessful game, and I think our team is very hungry, and we're determined not to let that happen again. So.
When you go into a game like this against the Air Force, I'm sure there's people on this team that remember losing to Air Force in the
Right.
Air Forces Bowl. Does that add a little bit of motivation?
Right. Of course it does. Whenever you lose to a team, the next time you play them, you want to beat them. So it's definitely that, and I used to be an academy kid, so I know they're gonna come and play super hard and get everything they got. So we're got to be focused this week and locked in on what it takes to beat them.
How do you think that kind of plays into the trenches? They're going to come out physical.
Right.
Is
Right.
that kind of what you guys have been talking about this week?
Right, that's exactly what we've been talking about. We know they're a physical group, especially with their interior D linemen. So we know we just got to match that physicality and get the job done.
Coach Aranda mentioned that Bryson Washington's coming back this weekend, and he was a standout throughout fall. So what is he going to bring to this offense?
Right. B-Watch, he's a physical runner, and he also brings a leadership aspect to it. So having him back this week is definitely going to be good.
What is the competition within the offensive line group throughout the first 2 weeks? How has that continued, and how has that helped you kind of get better?
Every week we got to go and compete for our job. That's the way Coach Miller wants it to be. And if you see during the game, we have people rotating in and out, so that competition piece is definitely still there, and it's definitely evident in this O-line room. So everybody got to stay hungry. Everybody has to do their job.
So going against a team like Air Force with their style of offense, how do you prepare for that, knowing you might not see a lot of passes?
I've experienced it before 2022. So, well, actually we practiced for it for an entire month. So you just go into it knowing it's gonna be a physical game, knowing that you need to read your keys. They're gonna do a lot of moving. So if you don't have your eyes in the right place, the ball can get out fast. So just knowing it's gonna be a physical game.
You were on that team in 2022. How big is it to get y'all's kind of revenge this weekend against them?
Big. It's just to prove a point that we're a physical team. Because, that's the reputation that Air Force and all the teams who run the triple option have, So there's a lot of doubts the past couple of years just about our physicality. So this is a time to prove that we can match up with them. Not even match up, but just exceed anything that they bring.
Through 2 games so far, have you been kind of happy about y'all's physicality on the defense so far?
Yeah, I think we've been flying around, being real physical. I think there's some things that we can clean up, just passing-wise, some little busts, and obviously fitting up the run just a little bit better. But we've been really good, so we just got to keep it up and don't let anything seep in. So just keep on playing ball. Don't worry about any outside distractions.
Kind of thinking about the defense this past week, really kind of held it down in that second half. How do you feel like you guys played, and how do you carry that over, I guess, in the Air Force?
I feel like we played really good. I don't think we did enough to win. Utah's defense played really good as well. They had a turnover. They had a forced fumble. They blocked a kick. So I think we played good, but we need to get the ball. So to help the offense and put them in better field positions and things like that.
Kind of going back to that 2022 game, not only do you guys have to deal with physicality, but you had to deal with the coldest recorded bowl game in history. Going to be a little bit different. Do you think that kind of changes how you guys are preparing, at least physically wise, or?
Now, it's not changing how we're preparing. I think it was an added element to the game. But, that's just another thing outside. You can't let that affect you. It's kind of what I've been saying. Like, as a defense, all that stuff doesn't matter. We just got to go out there and play and do our job, and it's going to take care of itself. And if you worry about the code, then you worry about the wrong thing.
This past weekend, playing against Utah, hostile road environment, top 15 team. What did y'all learn about yourselves out of that game?
We're resilient. We didn't quit. In the past, I've been a part of teams where you could definitely feel the shift. It would be like more so, oh, here we go again. We're going to fold. But this game, it showed that we have a lot of fight in this team, and I'm really proud of that.
Sounds good.
Good. Thank you.